Alright, losers. I'm gonna show you how to set up TEG. And it first starts with this, which I will also show you something really cool. So, place volumetrics here. It'll save you a lot of headache later, but first you're going to want oxygen. A lot of it. Well, I say a lot, but it's really not a lot. Just turn that shit on. Now you're going to pump a pipe. Maybe use the least amount of space possible, though I'm an asshole. I'll do kinda what I want in this game. And you will need to build most of this by hand, of course. But every material is provided on Marathon. Oh fuck. I forgot we need power to begin with. So yeah. Let me just do a little bit of polishing real quick. Should be shit there, so. Start that up. In a normal round, like, if I were to do this, I would just have this set up immediately. As in TEG itself, but TEG needs power, I believe, to actually run, so you definitely want to set it up very quickly, very fast. I also didn't script any of this. I just know nobody seems to like set it up, or sets it up in a way that's fun to do. So we're going to remove this. We don't need it. We want to remove this and remove this. Don't need those. We want to place this over here. So this is a volumetric. Volumetrics allow a lot more stuff, a lot more volume or pressure, pKa as it's called in the game. And pumps are generally limited to around 4,500 pKa. That's generally the biggest difference as far as I know. You're gonna want to remove this, throw that shit away, rotate this. Now you want a mixer right here. Flip it with control middle mouse click. More pipes. Pipes are spaghetti on this map. So this pipe here is where our oxygen was connected. Only needs to be around like 1,000. Probably doesn't even need to be that high, but I've always done it around 1,000. The cool thing about this map too is you really don't need any freezers or anything, because there's a radiator right here. Just put the nitro up. Set this to like 444, it doesn't matter, you only want like half of the tank. Once it goes yellow, that's good enough. Max this out here. That's your cold loop done. So now the hard part for most people. Oh yeah, I didn't connect the thing. Here we go. So connect your plasma to that, open this, and then close it. Just lets any possible gases that may have gotten in there out. You want to go and turn the oxygen on. Let's say only around 1,000 is needed. Let me get an analyzer. So, yeah. There's a lot going into that because of the volumetric, but it's fine. So now we want to set this to 2 plasma, so the primary port is where plasma is. 2% plasma, 98% oxygen. Quite simple. Then we want to set this to 50. And then this can be 200, but there's something that I like to do to keep it from wasting too much. And I need an RCD, and RCD is kinda required. I suppose you could do a few things, but basically the way you would do it is you'd have your... An Atmos preferably would be setting this up, but if it's if you're, you know, an NG, maybe ask for a hollow fan. It makes it way easier. So, you know, you'll have your hollow fan, you'll put one here, you'll first add the air injector, sorry. So the reason why we do this is that it doesn't get too pressurized in the pipes. If it gets too hot or too pressurized, it will just stop allowing the pressure and the gases to flow. Then we remove the ground. Quite simply, like so. I removed the fucking wire, of course. So ground is gone. Or should be. Yep. Oh. So now you want to put a little glass wall around this. Apparently on the dev tool it's... oh, that's weird. You can still hear the oxygen moving, so yeah. Now that's airtight. So before we turn this on, you're going to want to take your flare. Also probably your hollow fan, actually. As I say, you don't want any other gases getting in here usually. Hollow fan there, no gases in it. Put that in there. Turn these on. So all you gotta do... Are you serious? I'm gonna die? Like, where'd all the oxygen go? Oh wait. So yeah, no mistakes were made. I don't make mistakes. Anyway, let's return to this. Set it to 1000. The reason why I set it to 1000 is so it doesn't eat too much oxygen, though it's never really been that big of a problem. And yeah, I'll show you this again. Maybe turn this on max first. Sometimes the order of things matters, but I've never had an issue with the cold side ever being problematic with that. So yeah, plasma, you'll get a repeat because why not? You only want 2% plasma, 98% oxygen. Oxygen helps the plasma ignite and go on fire, and the mix creates a bunch of other bullshit that you don't really need to know unless you want to really get into Atmos. And most people, I don't think, really care much about the little individual things about Atmos. Maybe one day. So, yes, we'll turn this on. You want these on also. Let's put down a second fan in case it runs out. You want to send the flare in there. The flare helps ignite the plasma. So, what we're going to do now is have both of these open, right? So you're going to turn on the gas mixer, and when this ignites, you will then turn the volumetric to 2. Like so. What the fuck is going on? What? Oh. So yeah, I did have to rebuild it somewhat because I totally didn't die or anything. Ah, I see. Just max that out. coming down here, like, it'll be maxed out, it'll have, like, the most amount of shit in it, but you only need around 1000, maybe less. I've never really tested much of it, I just know this works. So yeah, plasma goes in, it's set pretty low, set to 2, it's heating up. Let's see. So pipe has 1000 kPa, and there goes TEG. So this TEG will run the whole station. Let me just remove this real quick. I guess what I could do is what are these called? SMEs. So let's say I remove 2 of them, and I pick 2 new ones. Oh, they're full? Okay, wait, I need the empty ones. So I pick 2 new ones, right? We can watch it. If it works. T-Ray. Why is it working? Oh well, it is working. But I think it needs a bit more going into it. Feel free to adjust things too if things are looking a bit weird. As you can see, more power coming up. I think placing down the fake SMEs or those ones are just broken. A bit odd, to say the least. Oh, no wonder that was set to that. I'm an idiot. It has to be set to 1000 or it won't produce enough gas. There goes the batteries. So yeah, I'm gonna just set this to 200 again. Let that get all nice up in there, and then set this to 80 because it's panic control. And now we're cooking. There it goes. Now this can go back to 2. It's a bit of a messy tutorial, but all it means is don't panic. The best way to know if you're making power or not, go to these. Just spam click them a few times. We're losing power again somehow. Why? Too much pressure. I put too much into it. It's too hot. No. So now it's going back up at an insane rate for some reason. Probably because of that, yeah. We put too much, it got too hot, so it wasn't too happy with me, but it's working again. So lastly, I do need to explain something. TEG will only produce as much power as it needs. So you'll get a bunch of engineers and Atmos. Like, assuming your setup is like this, right? It's perfect. It'll run for the whole round. But you'll get a lot of Indie and Atmos criticizing it because they'll see the numbers go down and be like, oh my god, it's shit! But no. It can only produce as much power as we can hold, so as you can see these are 100%. But if you connected more SMEs, or SMES, which you generally find in these little like areas of it. So yeah, if you connected these extra ones, it would produce more power. And if, for example, something happens and you need to, you know, somebody comes in and is like, yeah, let's not do that. I'll shock myself and look like an idiot once again, but somebody comes in and is like, I'm just gonna put that wire. Woo! You'll see how TEG drops. Yeah, no watts. Holy shit, TEG is dog shit, my TEG is dog shit. No. It's because TEG will only produce as much power as it has room for power, or battery for power. It makes sense. Somewhat. Put it back in. Ooh, look, crazy. A lot of people don't seem to understand that, but there's your proof. TEG will only create as much power as it needs. Goodbye.